Hi, I'm Emily, and I am here with Maya Murphy's attorney, Lauren McDonald. Attorney McDonald practices at Maya Murphy's Westport, Connecticut office and is admitted to practice law in both Connecticut and New York. My questions today for Attorney McDonald are: what constitutes bullying in New York? How can parents inform New York schools that their child is being bullied? And what are the school's obligations in addressing bullying in New York?
Hi, Emily. Thank you for these great questions. So in New York, the Dignity for All Students Act, otherwise known as DASA, defines harassment in terms of creating a hostile environment that unreasonably, sustainably interferes with a student's educational performance, opportunities or benefits, or mental, emotional, or physical well-being, or conduct, verbal, threats, intimidation, or abuse that reasonably causes or would reasonably be expected to cause a student to fear his or her physical safety. Now, the DASA defines bullying as the intent to cause another individual pain and or misery. In 2012, the DASA was amended to include proposed guidelines for schools providing guidance and educational materials regarding the best practices in addressing cyberbullying and helping families and communities work cooperatively with schools in addressing cyberbullying, whether on or off school property or at or away from a school function. The amendment defines cyberbullying as harassment or bullying occurring off school property that would create or would foreseeably create a risk of substantial disruption of the school environment. The New York City Department of Education has established the citywide Respect for All policy aimed at maintaining a safe and supportive learning environment that is free from harassment, intimidation, and or bullying, and from discrimination on account of actual or perceived race, color, citizenship, immigration status, religion, creed, national origin, disability, ethnicity, gender, gender identity, gender expression, sexual orientation, or weight. Students who believe they have been a victim of bullying, intimidation, or harassment by another student may make a report in writing or orally to school staff members listed on their school's Respect for All posters, which are displayed throughout the school, or to any school staff member. After a report is made to the Respect for All liaison or any other school employee, New York City schools must advise the parents of the alleged victim and the parents of the accused student whether or not the allegations are substantiated. Where appropriate, the complaining student and accused student may be referred to the guidance counselor, school social worker, psychologist, or other appropriate school staff for separate counseling. The principal may also use intervention methods, including sensitivity training, counseling, and or a referral to a community-based agency for counseling, support, and education. Now, the DASA requires school districts to, one, modify their codes of conduct to include prohibitions on harassment, bullying, and discrimination, and to disseminate the updated code to students and their parents. DASA also requires the schools to train school employees on the topics of bullying, harassment, and discrimination. It also requires them to designate a Dignity Act coordinator for each school district and to provide students with instruction intended to discourage harassment, bullying, and or discrimination. In accordance with the DASA, the Commissioner of the New York State Education Department provides direction to school districts related to preventing harassment, bullying, and discrimination, and to fostering an environment where all children can learn free of manifestation of bias. The Commissioner has regulations to assist school districts in developing measured, balanced, and age-appropriate responses to the anti-bullying policy, with remedies and procedures following a progressive model that may make appropriate use of intervention, discipline, and education, and provide guidance related to the application of the regulations. The Commissioner also provides grants to assist in the implementation of the regulations, as well as guidance and educational materials. Finally, all school professionals applying for a certificate or a license must have completed training on social patterns of harassment, bullying, and discrimination. The commissioner must also create a procedure under which material incidents of discrimination and harassment on school grounds or at a school function are reported to the department on at least an annual basis. This procedure must require that reports delineate the specific nature of incidents of discrimination and harassment, and the department may also conduct research or undertake studies to determine compliance with the DASA throughout the state. Reporters of bullying are immune from any civil liability that may arise when making a report. The Dignity Act does not apply to private, religious, or denominational educational institutions. Moreover, the Act does not preclude or limit any right or cause of action under local, state, or federal law, including the IDEA, Title VII of the Civil Rights Law of 1964, Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, or the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. If you have any questions about your child's rights related to bullying in New York, please feel free to give me a call.
Attorney McDonald is available 24/7 and can be reached by calling 203-221-3100. You can also email Attorney McDonald at lmcdonald@mayalaw.com, and please visit mayalaw.com for more information.